Welcome to another Field of Glory 2 battle. In this one of a paired match against Flynn. I have the Carthaginians, Hannibal in Italy, against the Gauls. So, looking at this, I would like to seize this hill. And even if I have to take some casualties to do so, I think it is worth it. I'll want the best troops I can afford to get up onto there, in case we have to slug it out with superior warbands to take it. Light Javelin Horse to control the battlefield. Very good. The Gauls can only field 4 units of light infantry, and that's it. So we don't have to worry too much about losing the lights battle. I might grab some Balearic slingers. And it might be good to grab 1 Scutari to help engage in the rough. Elephants can certainly trample warbands effectively. Then what? Irregulars, Italians, no thank you, no thank you. The Gauls can field a formidable cavalry contingent. Armored noble cavalry, who are a great buy. They're superior, and they get 16 points cheaper than armored noble cavalry just because they're protected. And the chariots have good impact even if they have no melee capability really, but they're 36 points. So we'll want to max our cavalry out. Not a thing I usually go for. Just so we don't get outflanked. 238 points remaining. Imitation Legionaries. Not the greatest. They'll crumble in the long term even against regular warbands, but they are at least affordable. Drop that. Grab light jabs instead so that I can fill out the line with another unit of Scutari. Very good. Looking at our commands, let's switch you over to the elephants. Good. Alright, that'll do. Next turn. All in on the chariot swarm. Well, let's see what there is to see. Alright, a gigantic warband horde. Not a huge surprise. Question is what to do with my wing here. Well, what if we just kept pace? And the light horse could prevent harassment of my non-light cavalry by his lights by just threatening charges without necessarily engaging in them. Yeah, Flynn says I'm pretty organized when I play Romans, and this is just not how you can play Carthaginians because they're army comp. And he's interested in matching his cards against my Romans. Yeah, this is... Maybe I'm playing this too organized and to get more chaotic. Pretty defensive deployment too. I'm not sure if that's the right call. Well, let's start closing up then. No sense trying to pick at this. It's not going to do anything. Try to get around the wings. Fill in this gap. Let's see if his chariots charge and end up somewhere silly. Actually, I don't want to give the warband the chance of moving an extra distance. Shift one behind. Keep these two to threaten charges on the whites. That's how we'll do it. Next turn. Interesting. Alright, get the Africans up. Good. Skirmishers aren't even that useful at this point. Well, zone them out. And prepare to plug that gap. You're in the way, just shuffle off somewhere. Get behind for those rear charges. And infantry support. What do we do here? It's trying to head us off. It's fine, we'll just keep shuffling around, really. Fall back. Fall back. Stay in the rough. Up the slope. We could, of course, just charge. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Next turn. Can't easily take advantage of that because that zone of control lock. However, let's see. Get behind. Let's cover the flank, zone them in. Zone them in. Cover the flank. And charge. Good. Then what? Push up, threaten the charge. Wheel to cover that gap. We've got swordsman skill there. They fall back, charge them. They evade, which enables us to general up and push in. Imitation legionaries to face the warband. If they charge, we'll move around them and threaten a flank. Run down these light javelin men. Guess not. Shove them off. Okay. Let's not stray too far from infantry support. I don't know that I want to withdraw further. It might be worth it. Hold the ground with the Scutari, threaten with the cavalry, and just get the heavies in reserve. Okay. Then what? Threaten rear charges. We can just keep these chariots chasing us. That is in our favor. It's, 24 points to 36. I can work with that. We might evade off, which is unfortunate, but hopefully we'll come back if that happens. Alright, so we'll attempt to engage here, delay here, and scuffle about here. Next turn, Flynn says nail biting here. I can assure you this was not the plan. Well, I know that feeling very well. But there's plenty of scope for things to go wrong for either of us here. Hold firm. Good. And that's too bad. That's extremely unfortunate. Well, at least they're downhill and disorder to even things out, but nice disruption. Alright, let's cover and protect our flank, at least temporarily. Good. And what? Reduce command and control. Irritating. Shuffle away. Turn. Run forward. Start being annoying. Turn again. If they pursue, maybe we could catch them in the flank. It's a long shot. Show off these chariots, actually. That's nice. Now I wish I had charged. Well, maybe next time. And get behind. Good. Maybe cause a general kill? That would be nice. Okay, well, at least the really bad thing didn't happen. Let's see what this does for us. Held firm. They are superior after all. And fragged. Push back. Okay. That's not gonna go well. And let's charge downhill here. Okay. And try a downhill charge here. What does that do for us? Nothing. Plug this gap that's opening up, and then charge again. It's even for now, but as our numbers go down, we'll suffer from the combat strength modifier, so we have to hope to clean that up quickly-ish. Maybe let's try this, and then pursue... No, that's too bad. Now we're going to get cleaned up here, unless we fall back and evade, but I think he can push me to evade, then charge me in the rear. Hopefully not follow up into our legionaries. So in fact, what we need to do is charge and just pin them down and prevent flank attacks at the cost of my light cavalry, most likely. Alright, who hasn't moved? You, that's fine. Now shuffle around, try to get behind. Maybe hit disrupted and fragmented units. And then what? Join the charge downhill? Prepare to plug the gap? Probably prepare to plug the gap. Well, let's see what happens here first. So they're steady, we're disrupted, but we're uphill, so it's bad, but not horrible. And here, they're disordered, but we're disrupted, fighting 3 units. With that in mind, I think this unit's going to have to turn and get ready to plug the gap here. Hopefully it doesn't affect the elephants with panic, that could spread panic everywhere. This unit waits and sees. Next turn, I apparently have broken through. Rally, that's too bad. Yeah, that's not the greatest thing. Oh, that is horrendous. Good, we remain ready to lock them back in. A break, what does that do for us? Not much. Switch the general here. Get into a... Well, it's not necessarily going to help, is it? Let's see what happens here. Now I wish I hadn't switched my general, but can at least flank this chariot. Prepare to get uphill. We're uphill, so we're going to have to take advantage of that. And unfortunately, we're going to lose this combat here. It's really against the odds for us to disrupt there. Superior troops, so the only disrupt was on the lights, but unfortunately we are downhill 100 POA from this unit. So I'm going to charge in and hope to push them back, but it's not looking good. Let's try for a rear charge. Nope. This is very bad. It's just the worst. Let's charge. Ugh. Bounced. Okay. Keep pushing to plug that gap. Go for that impact and see what happens. Not much. Damn. General up here. Charge. Flynn might beat me in both of these games. I have found a matchup that is not for me. I did tell him that fighting with or against Carthaginians was just not my thing. Downslope, it's awful. It's awful. Okay, what can we do here? From here, we can rear charge a number of units. And that's it for now. Next turn. Nicely done. Oof. Yeah, Carthaginians are just not my thing. They never have been. They're a very good army. Something about the way you're supposed to play them just doesn't gel with my style, I guess. Well, we might have to tank this, unfortunately, so that we can set up a flank. Though who knows if we're going to hold out long enough for that to even matter. I wonder. Yeah, that's what we should do. Either shove off these chariots, or watch them just stand their ground. Okay. Superior and protected. Why doesn't this work? They're uphill, I see. Here, stop them again. Good. Don't do that. Let them break. Get that rear charge. Next turn, throw javelins in while they're stationary. Damn it. I was hoping to push them towards an auto break. Could have some opportunities there if they're stuck in like that. Okay, in the meantime, what can we do? Let's try for a rear charge here. You never know. Except when you do. Going quite badly. Next turn. Double drop to break. Oh! Oh, that could not have been worse. Well, it got worse there, so I suppose. It could have been worse, and then it was. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be over soon. Huh. Nope. Well, we might as well charge things. There's nothing better to do at this point. Interesting. Here, lock him in. Well, let's try to do something with these guys. Who knows what? I was hoping they would do something dumb when they pursued, but no such luck. Could charge downhill, but then we'll get caught in all the bad cohesion checks. We get flanked here. Run away. That's it. Next turn. Oof, insult to injury. %39%. Actually, why don't we... no, they're out of the arc. Oh, we can't do it because we have reduced command and control. Oh, disaster. We can at least flank them if we don't break right away. How about it? You're fragged. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, it's done then. We'll lose this unit next turn as well. That was my last hope to, well, do something first anyway. Damn, I should have moved here first. Ah, screw it. Just get in there while you can. Okay, that should be the brutal, humiliating end of the match. Okay, and we have reached the end. Okay, so to get my complaining out of the way first, I did have one spot of bad luck here, where my elephants disrupted a warband, and then just didn't beat it. And I was depending on those elephants to win. Instead, the warband rallied up and then beat the elephants. That's certainly not impossible, it's just not the usual way of things. But I definitely would not put my loss down to luck. Flynn definitely just outplayed me here. I invested in a lot of infantry here that wasn't that useful. I did not much with quite a few points of troops here, and I lost the cavalry battle when by rights I should have put the points into enough cavalry to win here and had the patience to maneuver more. Instead, I threw myself in and got outflanked and then paid for it. And I kind of tunnel visioned on taking this hill and allowed gaps to open up here and here, and that led to flank attacks and drops and the bad things. I did mention to Flynn when he proposed this match that for whatever reason, I just cannot wrap my head around playing as or against the Carthaginians. I think it pretty clearly shows in both of these matches. So maybe I need more practice. I don't know. I feel like I've had a pretty fair amount of practice because they've been in the game since release, and I just never really seem to get much better with them. Apparently, the whole Swiss Army knife approach of light spear cav and some good and some not so good infantry is just tough for me to wrap my brain around. So, very well done to Flynn. I'm sure we'll play again, although I might take a little break between matches with us as 2 tournaments, Little Wars and Chaos, are about to start again. So, good game to Flynn, and until next time.